Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Finally, I know, it has been crazy for us here. Oh, you guys, we have something very, very exciting happening that I cannot wait to share with you all. I was going to share it in a chat video today, but life happens, right? But hey, we're here with part one of our resin. This is the resin that JDictions, if I'm butchering it, sorry, had sent over for us to try. Again, today is part one. Tomorrow will be part two, which will be the reveal to the stuff we poured today and Mr. Purple's first pour. You guys excited? I know I am. And hopefully every day you guys are now going to get to see some form of a resin pour or reveal. Should be. I'm thinking so. Okay, you guys, how about we pay a little homage and respect to the Patreons and YouTube community members and get into today's video. Thank you again, JDictions, for sending this over to us. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. Okay, see, I'm already squirreling. I also forgot to mention, we're not just pouring today. You guys are going to get to see an unboxing of the product and what they had sent over as well. Don't forget to pay attention for your question for the giveaway to be entered in for this video. Okay, guys, I'm done squirreling and rambling. Let's get into this. Hey everyone, how's it going? How's your day so far? Hopefully it's a fantabulous one. Sherry here, aka Purple Door Crafts, and welcome to our very first episode of Forever and a Day Resin with Love. So I know you guys have been waiting, some of you have been waiting forever for this video. I get it, I understand, but come on, you guys know, over here, we're squirrely, we're 50 shades of ADHD. We don't know what's going to happen. Don't know what's going to come out my mouth, but we're here. Once we get to pouring, and Richard knows how, you will probably get to see a lot more of it. He just doesn't know how to do it yet. He's been waiting for this. Here I am, ready to do it. Now he's not. Typical, right? He's out working on a project in the garage. So I'm like, hey, well, you don't really need to be here for the unboxing part of this. You need to be here for the pouring part of this. So this here, I was contacted by a resin brand, JDictions. If I am butchering that, I'm sorry. If it's JDictions, I'm sorry, I'm calling them JDictions. But they contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to test out some of their resin on the channel. I said, absolutely, 100%. I would love to. Thank you very much for wanting to work with me, Just know that I will be 100% honest with my following. My viewers, as they work hard for their money, and if there's something I don't like or I feel needs improvement, I am going to state it. They were fine with that. From what I have seen on social media, we're going to have some fun. I'm excited. We're going to have some fun with this, you guys. So I will have the website linked down below. I will have their social medias linked down in the description box, anything that you need to know. Now, they did ask me if I wanted to join the affiliateship program. They offered it to me, and I said, thank you. I will definitely look at that once I am done working with your products. I am an affiliate for Let's Resin, so that is down in the description box if you're wanting to save some money on, you're wanting to do resin. Maybe you want to learn resin and follow along, as we will have a series coming, resin for beginners, and what I wish I would have known when I started resin, Those will be coming out soon. If you want to follow along, go check out Let's Resin, check out JDictions. Like I said, I will not join an affiliate program just to join them, just to make, no, I have to be able to stand behind the brand, support the brand and like the product. I'm not going to put my name to something if I don't like it, if I haven't tried it, so on and so forth. Like I said, I value your guys' money. I value my morals. And, to me, I didn't start this journey to make money. It is awesome. I want to thank all of you who have used my code for Uniquely Yours Down Under. Wow. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And the support means the world to me. And I'm able to use those commissions that I do make and put it back into the channel. I need some new molds. I need some other things for resin. So that's where a lot of it will be going. Anyway, we don't want to get 50 Shades of ADHD squirrely in here. Let's move on. So JDictions, thank you for wanting to work with us. Here we are. I apologize on taking so long. I hope you enjoy this. We're going to do the unboxing, and then we're going to flip to another clip, and we're going to pour. We're going to pour the product, and then at the end of the video, I will give you my first impressions and how I thought the product mixed, how it poured, how it worked with mixing mica powders, so on and so forth. And then tomorrow, you guys will get to see the demolding of the products that we molded today, as well as you'll get to see some new pouring. And then we'll kind of continue on with that theme, unless we're doing tips, tricks, beginner stuff, you know. Okay, guys. So as you can see, this came over from Amazon, and I will have everything linked down below. I do know what they sent. They sent over some of their resin. Now, I have never worked with UV resin, you guys. So I told them I don't work with UV resin. I never have tried it. I have only ever worked with epoxy. I've done epoxy where it's like 1-to-1, like 1 part resin, 1 part hardener. I've worked with resin that's 2 parts resin, 1 part hardener, but that is what I've always worked with. And I'm one of those people, when I find something I like, I stick to it. So I've had one resin brand that I was using. After opening up their resin that wasn't even open for long and it turned yellow, I was pissed. And that's when they contacted me. So if I find that this brand works for me for, you know, hardening, and I like the outcome of it, then I will stick with this brand. I do have another brand coming for resin, but we'll get to that another day. Okay, you guys. So here we have just basically a little... Okay. Oh, we have 2 boxes here. Interesting. Okay, so we have the resin, right, that they sent over here for art, jewelry, and craft. Now, if you're doing tabletop pouring, like what Mr. Purple is going to be learning, and if you're wondering what tabletop pouring is, it's a free flow pour, but I will show you some examples of what Mr. Purple will be learning to do, whereas I'm going to be the jewelry slash person who pours into molds. And then we have this box here, which is mica powders. Sweet. Oh, you guys, look. Oh, and a spoon. Having one of these is great, especially when you have your mica powder in. Look at that, you guys. There's like a lot of shades. Holy bejesus. Thank you so much, JDictions. I knew I was expecting the resin, but I wasn't expecting all the mica powder. And this mica powder will be great for resin. So I will test out the mica powder in today's pour. See how well it mixes, how well it blends with the resin. I'll share with you guys what can happen if you use too much mica powder. Now, we're not going to look at all of them, but like, look, you guys. We've got red. We've got datura. Golden pink, violet, royal gold, black, and a whole wackadoodle more. Thank you so much. This is greatly appreciated, because when you are pouring, you don't need a lot of mica powder. If you use too much mica powder, you can actually screw up the formulation of the resin, and it will not cure properly. In here as well, looks like we have some gloves. Always, when pouring resin, always, always, always have gloves. Like, that is a must. And then we have, to celebrate and thank you, we want to send you a free product that perfectly complement your purchase. Limited time offer. I'm not going to show this because I don't know if they want me to show this or share this, you guys. But I may have to look into that too. Okay, let's take a look at our resin. Wow, I can't believe, like 50 mica powders. That will be actually an upcoming video as well, you guys. We're going to show you all the different colors, different mica powders we have, the different glitters, dried flowers. We got all kinds of different doodads and knickknacks for going into resin. Okay, so we open up our box here. And that is going to be awesome to have for pouring. Okay. I see you, JDictions. I see you. So, I mean, you guys, these are not like these are not big bottles of resin. This was a PR package sent over for me to test out. So we will definitely be doing a big pour and then probably some littler pours and then whatever Mr. Purple decides. So this part is our resin. This is an epoxy, crystal clear, self-leveling, non-flammable, resists yellowing, which happened to me, 40-minute work time, no VOCs, and low odor. That is awesome. So this looks like it is a 1-to-1. So you would need 1 part resin, 1 part hardener. We'll talk about that when we get to the pouring. So inside here we have some measuring cups for when you're pouring. We have some caps to put on these when we're done. We have a little kit here. Now, I do not use popsicle sticks when I am mixing. And the reason being is because this has not been treated or anything. This using popsicle sticks or wood of any kind for mixing is actually going to cause more bubbling when you are mixing. Bet some of you didn't know that one. Looks like we got some more gloves. We got some finger condoms, as I call them. And then we have some instructions here. So that is awesome. And then we got some poof, poof, poof. This is great for alcohol when you're using alcohol inks. Speaking of which, I really need to get some. But when you're using alcohol inks, this is great for that. You can use these for a multitude of different things. So thank you so much for sending over this resin stuff for us to test out, JDictions. That is going to end this part of the video. In the next clip, you will get to see myself and Mr. Purple pouring resin for resin with love. We'll see you guys in the next clip.
Hey y'all, editing Sherry here. So I have to edit this in because I forgot to ask the giveaway question. Life has just been crazy recently. Like, I'm on a committee in town here for Pride, and I had a meeting, and my exciting news I cannot wait to share with you guys. Life has just been crazy. I do apologize for how long it has taken me to get this video up, but it's up. And that's the main thing, right? Right. Okay, you guys. So for the giveaway question for today is, what would you guys like to see when it comes to resin? Do you want to see techniques? Do you want to see just pouring? Do you want molds, free pours? What would you guys like to see when well, not just me, but Mr. Purple and I do resin? Comment down below, and you never know, this could be the video we choose for random comment selector. Okay, guys, let's get back into this.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? So here we are for the second part of this. You got to see the unboxing of the goodies. It's in the craft room somewhere, love. So I'm just doing a little bit of a chat intro, kind of explain a little bit of what we're doing here. And then I'm actually going to put you guys into a time lapse while I do the mixing, the pouring, da-da-da-da-da. And then during the time lapse, I will just do a voiceover and explain what I'm doing so we don't have a 2-hour long video. So I'm just going to kind of move it, the tripod. You can see we have some molds here. So what we're going to be doing is be using the resin that they sent me right here. So we have the hardener. We got A being resin, B being hardener. We got that ready. We have the pigments right there that they had sent us, all organized and put away. So the pigments that we're going to be using are the ones that they sent me. I want to see how they operate. And then we have our glitters here. I have dyes. I've got glow in the dark. We've got different kinds of fun things. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Like for the unicorn tray. So here you can see these molds have already been hand painted with mica powder. And then I'm just going to mix some black, go through. Those are pretty basic. We're going to have that one, this one, as well as the eye tray. Those are pretty basic. Not sure, I might do a marble effect for the unicorn tray as well as the coffin tray. We'll see how we go. I only can mix so much resin at a time. So the first ones I'm going to pour would obviously be the ones that are hand painted. Get those out of the way. Mr. Purple is going to pour his very first pour, but I'm going to be first just so I can kind of show him what I'm doing while I'm in a time lapse, and I can explain to him while you guys get to watch. We also have some small molds there that we're going to, those are always good to have for your leftover pour. I have all my tools ready. I just use plastic knives for stirring and mixing. And I don't use wooden anymore. Like I don't use wooden like popsicle sticks or anything. And I had learned, you guys, I learned that if you use wood, the wood isn't treated. So you are risking a chance of more bubbling, so on and so forth. And we don't want bubbles, right? Right. That's what I thought too. Okay, you guys, if you have any questions that you've seen in today's video, please don't hesitate to comment down in the comment box. We are also going to be having a side giveaway for this video. So stay tuned. You're going to find out how you can enter in. So that is separate from the marathon unboxing giveaway. This will be a separate giveaway. Stay tuned to find out how you can enter into that. Okay, guys, next is the time lapse and voiceover.
Hey guys, so here I am. I am just marking my cups, R for resin, 1 for hardener. And then even though that the writing is already on the cups, I am still drawing a line, which I find a lot easier to see when pouring the product in. Now you see I have a couple cups of warm water, well, hot water. What I do once I am done pouring the resin and the hardener into the glasses, I then next will place them into the warm water and I will let them sit there for a couple minutes before mixing them together to get them warmed up. I find doing this, they mix very much easier together. Like they come together a lot easier and I have a lot less bubbles. So that is basically what I'm doing. I hope maybe that's a tip that might help you guys down the road if you pour resin. Now what I'm doing, after they sat there for a couple of minutes, I am going to take the hardener and I am going to pour it into the resin. When I am pouring hardener into the cup, I always pour just a little extra, not much, just so that way when you're pouring it into the resin, you get equal parts, as some product will still stick to the glass. Next, I am going to use a plastic a knife. Sorry guys, squirrel. I'm gonna mix this together until it goes from being foggy to crystal clear. So mix, mix, mix. Mixing is everything. As you can see, it is now nice and crystal clear. I'm then just gonna let it sit for a couple minutes to help get the bubbles to rise. I did torch it just a little bit to help with the bubbles. A little bit of isopropyl alcohol will also help, but do not use a torch or anything after you use alcohol. Now that it has sat, I have got my individual cups. I'm going to pour resin into each of my little silicone pouring cups for my colors. Before I had mixed the resin and hardener together, I already had my colors chosen, because once you mix your resin and hardener together, you only have so long before it starts getting too thick and you're not able to pour. It will get very thick and clumpy. So with this mold, I wanted to do a technique I'm calling muddy marbling. So I'm going to use white, as I'm getting ready to mix the white now. I will put the white into the mold and then I will take each of the colors and just kind of marble it in. But I marble it as well as I kind of mix it, like blend it. So that's why I am calling it a muddy marbling. So I am now beginning to pour my white into the mold at first. While the resin and hardener were sitting in the warm water, I'm like, I better be prepared. So while I wasn't filming, I had, up to the right, I actually have more resin and hardener sitting in cups of hot water. As you can see, I'm about to pour some new white. I needed more white. Me being me, you guys, I do not know exact weight of what I need per mold. I just mix the batch up, mix it all together. That's why you will see a bunch of smaller molds around. So now what I'm doing, now that I've got my white down, is I just put a little alcohol in. I am taking a toothpick just around the edges to help get rid of any bubbles that may be around the edge of the mold. Now, as you can see, I am getting ready to mix my purple mica powder as well as my pink, and then I used a transparent blue. The mica powders I'm using are the powders that they had sent me with the resin. When you are using mica powders, you guys, you don't need a lot. More is not necessarily better. If you use too much, you will get a very muddy, awful looking effect because you're changing the compound of the resin. So very little will actually go a long way. And I found these mica powders mixed very, very well with the resin. I did not, there was no clumping at all. They blended very, very well together. I was thoroughly impressed. So now, as you can see, I am just using the tip of my knife, adding some color, some pink into the white. I'm not really blending it. I'm just kind of, you see what I'm doing. I don't need to explain that. Let's listen to the music a little bit because we're going to do the same thing with the purple and the blue. And can't really explain it. You just take your knife and you just mix her on through. So now that I've kind of done all three of the colors, I'm not stirring them like blending. I don't know how to describe a muddy marble. That's, like I said, I'm not mixing it so they blend. You don't want them to blend too much together. I'm hoping this works. This is an experiment. I found this resin did not, I had my 40 minutes before it became too thick. It worked really well, which is more than enough time if you have planned ahead of time what you're going to do. My biggest tip when you're pouring resin is to always know what you're kind of going to be doing ahead of time. Now, you did just see me add that knife under the mold is because the table is not level. So that was the reason why that knife went under the mold. It has nothing to do with the resin. And again, once more, I am taking a toothpick to go around the edges to make sure there are no bubbles there. So this was it. This was all I filmed, was just me using this. In the next clip, you guys are going to hear my thoughts on the resin. I found it very, very well to work with.
Hey guys, so here we are. So as you've seen, I had stopped after I finished this piece here, which I'm calling a muddied marble. And then as I'd said in the voiceover, I'd already had more resin ready to go in case I needed it, which I did. So out of the bottles, you see them in there? So that is what I have left in the bottles. And these here were 8 fluid ounces. So that was like 16 ounces between the two of them. But basically, so you'd have 16 ounces worth of product once you mix the two together. So I was able to get our unicorn tray, which is quite large. I was also able to get this here, which is a foam stand. And then a couple smaller pieces. This here is just an experiment. I had painted the mold like I do with a lot of them. I'll paint them with mica powder. And normally I'll do a background like I did with this one. This is a background, and you can already see, well, you can't really see because of the glare, but some of the mica powder is coming up. That is normal. I decided to do a white background, like right there, just to see how it would look for, black versus white, So obviously these need to finish curing, but I need to get this video up. So this is, as you see in the title, part 1. Tomorrow, you will get to see the reveal of the pieces, and you will get to see Mr. Purple's first pour, which we're going to do tonight. We have a meeting to go to, and I got to get this part up, so we're not going another day without a video. And when it comes to the secondary giveaway, that will be in tomorrow's video. So I'm excited to see how this turned out. I'm hoping that You know, the color effect is on the bottom because this is a tray. So this is the bottom of the tray. When it comes to JDictions, I'm not sure, I'm probably butchering it, I'm sorry. I found that the product mixed very well together. I had no issues with mixing. It became crystal clear. The bubbles popped quite well. I had 40 minutes half hour, 40 minutes playtime before it just got too thick and I couldn't work with it no more. But I was just working on this one here, which is a diamond trash drill tray or a shaker, however people use it, but I'm going to be making it into a trash drill tray for my diamond painting friends. And, you know, this here was a bit thick for pouring, and I had, like I said, 40 minutes. That is why I did time lapse, you guys, because we don't need a super long video. But I found the product mixed well together. The coloring, the product mixed well with the coloring. I cannot wait to see how this turns out, how long curing time is. If I am able to demold tomorrow, I'll know very soon. I'm pretty sure I will be because it's an epoxy. And then tomorrow you will get to see another pour. We're going to have some more pours tomorrow. And I will give my final thoughts and first impressions of JDictions. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Go check them out, you guys. The website will be linked down below. They are also over on Instagram. Anything you need to know is down in the description box. Thank you very, very much for sending this over to me. Thank you. It just meant a lot that you wanted to work with the channel. I got a chance to try a new resin product. You know, I'm always up for trying new things. I am actually in the process of looking for a brand of resin that I can just stick with. So I have another brand that is sending some resin over for me to try out, you know, and I'll kind of weigh the pros and cons of everything. Eventually, I will have a brand of resin that will be the only resin that I use. So, okay, you guys, stay tuned for tomorrow to see product reveal to the unicorn tray, which is the muddied marble, the little pieces, and let's see how the Hamza hand phone stand turned out. This is all used with the resin that they had sent me. So on that note, you know, I know we're sad. Mr. Purple, his pour is not in this video, but it will be in tomorrow's video. Okay, you guys, on that note, we bid you all farewell. Stay positive, live blessed, and until the next time, many, many blessings. Namaste. Bye, guys.